Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your experience and those practical tips regarding SMILE. So next we have Dr. Silky Singla, a very dynamic young boss member, and she'll be speaking upon the SupraCore. Dr. Silky, you can start sharing your screen. She is a fellow at Tirupati Eye Care Center.
I hope it is visible, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity, ma'am. I'll be speaking today this evening on the SupraCore planning and outcome. I'll not take much time. Starting with the SupraCore, we will be discussing about the TNEO, Bausch and Lomb company, no financial interest. It is based on the central near vision correction, that means creating a central 3 mm bump in the center, while a 3 to 6 millimeter distance zone with a smooth intermediate zone having no glare and halos. As I said, it's a central steepening of up to -2 diopters with the outer region of flattening. A detailed anamnesis of the patient is required based on the patient's lifestyle, refraction, complete eye examination. Out of all, the most important is a detailed evaluation about the post-supracore vision. It is based on the simulation test for the decreased distance vision, in which we can have plus 0.5 diopter spherical, adding on to the best corrected visual acuity bilaterally to simulate the potential blur. While to assess the near vision, we can add plus 1.25 diopter spherical lens on bilateral addition, or if we are planning the monolateral treatment, we can add plus 1.5 diopter of spherical in the non-dominant eye. Clinical evaluation photopic pupil size is must, as it is based on the pupil dependent. In OBSCAN, it must be more than 2.9 millimeters, while it is more than 2.1 millimeter on OBSCAN 3. Ensuring the proper centration and angle kappa should be less than 10 degrees. And to be more precise, it should be less than 8 degrees. In hyperopic patients, we should start with the phase of bilateral treatment approach that is based on the non-dominant eye, correcting with the supracore regular. That means we are correcting up to 2 diopters of the near addition with a target sphere of -0.5 to -0.75 diopters. While in the dominant eye, we are using the mild supracore that is equivalent to correcting 1.5 diopters addition with the target sphere of E-metrope or plus 0.25 diopters. As I said, we will use a profile of mild and regular that is given over in the screen. In myopes, we can start with a monolateral treatment approach. That means correcting the dominant eye with a normal LASIK, having a E-metropic eye and a non-dominant eye with a regular supracore equivalent to 2 diopters correction of addition. So choosing the ideal patient will be the realistic expectations, no night vision, critical occupations, monovision tolerant, LASIK suitable should be the patient is, and the low astigmatism with the adequate pupil size.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry. The time is over actually, so it will be great if you can wrap up in the next 30 seconds.
Yes. Quickly coming over the outcome, we have evaluated 38 phakic patients and 12 pseudophakic eyes with a good independence from the reading glasses who can read mobiles, computers, and menu cards. As a myth, there is high order abrasions at the 1 month with a significant change, while the fact is the change is stabilized over the 3 months. Case 1, we have right eye soft supracore with the left eye regular supracore who underwent the surgery and with a binocular undercorrected visual acuity 6/6 part and N6. While case 2 was a happy patient. In case 3, we found unhappy on the simulation test. So we did only LASIK in the right eye with no correction in the left eye. On subjective questionnaire based unaided reading acuity.
Sorry to interrupt. This talk was for 3 minutes actually, so you have to wrap up.
I think we got the take home that it has to be customized.
Yes, ma'am.
Very well
it
done.
has to be customized on the simulation, and it's a promising press by LASIK.